Hi friends! And of course, as soon as it was time to go live, I remembered that there was something I needed to check on before I went live. So while y'all are finding me, I'm just going to jump on and confirm what it was that I meant to check on. So forgive me for that. I thought I was on top of it. Um, yes. So the 19th is tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay. I just needed to confirm. Big news. Tomorrow is free shipping on your orders of $75 and more. Guys, that saves you 11%. All right, so I talked to my team about the sweet spots in ordering. And so let me give you all some sweet spots too before we start our class today. So with 11% shipping, you are paying more than that when you order less than $72-ish, $73 on your order. I want to always pay the minimum percent of shipping possible. So I try to make sure that my orders are over that amount so that I'm paying no more than 11% of my value of my product purchase in shipping. So I hope that makes sense. And if you order, so if you hit $75, you're going to get free shipping, saving you 11%, and you're going to get the kit to make 2 each of the cards we're showing today, and you're going to get an embellishment for free from me as well. So it is a huge win to place an order tomorrow of $75 or more. So let's get started with what we have to show you today. Okay, so first up, I want to show you, I just finished, and I know this is so far behind schedule that it's shameful. But these are the card designs for Club this month. We are featuring the two-tone Flora bundle. That's part of a suite that has a greeting set that goes along with it that I can't think of the name of right now. But the two-tone Flora has these floral stamps, and then the other bundle that goes with it has the greetings. So this is one of our cards. Now this is using a method stamped off. So I've stamped off Orchid Oasis here. I've stamped off Daffodil Delight here. So the detail comes in with the full strength, and then the solid image is stamped off. Except for down here where I forgot to stamp off. So there's that one. I also wanted to show you what it looked like if you didn't perhaps stamp off. So if you used Orchid Oasis full strength for your solid and Starry Sky for your detail, and you used Daffodil Delight for your solid and Crushed Curry for your detail, this is what you would get. So you've got some options there just to give you an idea of what it looks like. This greeting is from the, oh my gosh, if I hadn't tried to think of it, Frame Florets. Okay, so that's card 1. Then this card, You Matter to So Many. So this is a greeting from that other stamp set bundle that I can't think of the name of. So I'm just going to open it up and find it, because otherwise I'm just going to keep saying it, right? Two-tone, where are you? Page 16. Now remember, this catalog retires at the end of April, and prices are going up. So today there will be a blog post, a blog email that is sent out with a lot of those details. This is the greeting set that coordinates as part of this suite. This is the floral set. So if you start on page 14, you get a glimpse of everything in the suite. So this designer series paper, the pool party ribbon, these embellishments, this shimmery cardstock, and then these are the 2 bundles. So okay, I might as well leave that open because I'm bound to think of something else. All right, so little bit of evening evergreen in here. Remember, evening evergreen is one of the colors that's retiring. So this is one of our cards. So if you are already a member of Club, then this is part of your kit that you're going to get. So you're going to receive a half pack of the Designer Series paper and the cardstock prepped for you. You will need the two-tone Flora bundle to complete the cards the way I've designed them. You want to use a different floral stamp set? Absolutely. I love yellow and gray together, so this was one of my must do cards, if you will, from this one, with deepest sympathy. So we've got a variety here of greetings. We've got sympathy, happy birthday, you matter, so some encouragement, and then I used this from Frame Florets, which is birthday, and then this one is from, oh my gosh, what is it called? Something Fancy is the name of that bundle. So this is Card Club. You have until Thursday to register for Card Club, to subscribe to Card Club, and get this month's kit. You also have until Thursday to sign up for the birthday class this month, which is featuring the best day. This is also a stamp set in the mini catalog, and this is one I'm pretty sure that is retiring. The two-tone Flora and Something Fancy, I believe they are both carrying over, but this little kitty cat stamp set is not. So these are the 4 cards included in the birthday class this month. Doing a little bit of coloring with some blends. So those are those 2 classes for April. Now let's take a look at what we're making today. And it's some kind of rule that as soon as you go on camera, your nose has to run too. Growth Takes Time. This is the stamp set that we're featuring today. This is part of the online exclusive. So it is not in the catalog, not in the current, not in the upcoming. It is exclusively available online. It is a cling stamp set, red rubber, but guys, I think that this is pretty much a must-have because of the greetings. I personally have some friends and even family members that I want to send this to, right now. We are such harsh critics. How many times should we remind ourselves to be gentle with yourself, to be patient, and that reminder that growth takes time, and look at how far you have come. So this is a beautiful, beautiful stamp set. In the blog post, in the email that goes out, of course, details for ordering this set are included with a link that will take you directly to it. A reminder that we don't have any idea how long these online stamp sets, bundles will be available. So don't wait thinking that you'll order it next month. And I say that not because you must order today, but if it is important to you, please don't delay, because it's something that I don't have any control over, nor do I have any inside information about it. So, all right, that's our stamp set. Let's take a look at our cards. So, also brought in the Radiating Stitches dies for these and used them quite a bit. And darn, I'm not sure if those are available yet or not. I'll try to remember to include that in the blog post about if they're not available, when they're anticipated to be available again. But that's where this stitching comes in around this rectangle, this little stitched vellum heart, both from that. So this is our one pool party card. Then we have one with smoky slate and has this beautiful tree on the inside. These 3D, so these Radiating Stitches, that's an online exclusive product, not going to be in a catalog. The 3D, there's 3 embossing folders, and they are available online as well. And then our third card, so this uses one of the embossing folders, this uses one of the others, and a little bit of white embossing on this one. And a reminder, be patient, your time will come. So I can see that I need to make a number of these to have on hand and to send out right now. I think that they're just lovely. Okay, so the kit. What's going to come in your kit? Let me grab that. Of course, right on top are the 3 embossing folders that are part of that, because I guess I didn't want to lose track of them. If you saw my office, you would understand that everything is in danger of being lost. So in your card kit, you have the prepped cardstock. Now, I will do the radiating stitches for you. So don't worry if you don't have those dies, that is going to come for you. This is not part of a bundle, so the embossing and die cutting that I chose to include in my samples, I will also include in your kit. And then if you have those dies already, you'll be ready to make more. So this is the black card, and then the smoky slate card. The cardstock is already scored for you. And then you have all of these pieces of cardstock as well. The ribbon that you need will be included, and then use whatever embellishments you have if your order is under $50. Okay, so, and this one I'll probably include a white liner as well, even though that's light enough that you can certainly see any writing on it. I like to put a liner with my cards. Swap that out for this. Okay, so we're going to start with the bottom stack. And so on this card, be mindful of the fact that you've got this heart to go down here at the bottom, and this circle, so when you're placing your tree, it's just something to be mindful of. I placed mine a little farther down than I would have wished, because I would have liked to have brought all of this up just a little bit. So when I stamp it this time, I'm not going to stamp it quite so far down. And I am going to stamp in Memento Black. Large stamps, I typically take the ink to the stamp rather than the stamp to the ink. And then, like I said, I'm going to bring it up just a little bit farther than I did on the first one. The other thing I did on the first one was, guys, I brought over my Stamparatus tool and I rubbed this and I totally rocked it. So this one is a little bit blurred. Okay, there, that is just lovely. Clean that with my chamois. And then I'm going to grab a block for the Be Gentle with Yourself. And my circle. And I'm going to stamp that in Old Olive. And guys, it just fits. In fact, I'm going to put this on a different block so it's a little bit easier, a little bit bigger block. So it's a little easier to see that I am hitting within the circle. It is a lovely day today. I'm anxious to get out and walk. And today is the 18th. Do y'all know what that means? It means that 1 month from today, Greg and I are boarding a big old jet airplane and flying across the pond. We are going to be in London for a few days before we board our ship to take the Norwegian cruise. So May is, the schedule is going to look quite a bit different, and I will be spending a lot of time this weekend getting ready to communicate that out as best I can. Yeah, May's going to be amazing, but it's also going to be very busy. All right, I'm going to just color this tree a little bit with my blends. They are kind of my go-to coloring tool. I have the new in colors and the new colors here at the house. All of them have blends that coordinate. I am over the moon excited. All right, and I brought Greg's reading glasses up here. Oh, there they are. Okay. We'll see if I can do this without them. I have new contacts, and most of the time I see just fine with them for this up close work. Actually, I'm just going to say that if I get off today, that's why. You might use the very tip of the brush end for these fine lines if you want to be very precise, but I caution you, that brush end is very fragile, and on the smoky slate card I will show you what I mean. My old olive, although it looks fine, it is not necessarily. Okay, then I'm going to grab fresh freesia. I think we all just like saying freesia. You kind of hold your mouth funny when you say that word. Hey, Kirby, good to see you. Saw your adventures from going out in the Jeep. Looked like a gorgeous weekend to have such an adventure. And I'm just kind of not being real precise, but kind of going every other leaf. I'm coloring with fresh freesia. And I'm doing the light. And you can tell I'm not being terribly precise. Now, part of that is because I'm going fast, and part of it is because it's just not necessary. We used to go four-wheeling, that's what we called it, a long time ago. My boyfriend back in the day had an old Bronco. My father had a Bronco. I eventually had a little Bronco. I had the sportier one, the smaller one. And I had a Labrador. My parents lived on the lake. She loved to go over and go swimming. Well, I just kind of jumped, just completely changed gears there. But we used to get together with some friends and take our four-wheel drive vehicles out in the mud. And it was great fun. One of our friends, his vehicle, the seat wasn't, the back seat was not bolted down. And one time our very pregnant friend, bless her, we hit a bump wrong and she just kind of flipped over in the back seat. Well, the whole back seat flipped. Okay, she wasn't alone. And it wouldn't have been nearly so funny had she been injured. But you know, being pregnant, you kind of are a weeble. You top over. Well, weebles wobble, but they don't fall down, right? Well, a pregnant woman falls down. She falls down. All right. So we are gonna put this one here. So Kirby, do you have these radiating stitches dies yet? If not, you're gonna want them. And I don't know if you were in on time to see the cards that we're doing for club and the birthday class this month. I showed them. Okay, yeah, so this is much better. So I'm about, what, 3/4 of an inch from the bottom with the bottom of the tree. And then we need some ribbon. Free shipping tomorrow. So in the blog post email that goes out later today, I will share some details about what prices are changing, because you're going to want to stock up if you stock up while you can. Save yourself money all the way around. Okay, trying to decide where I want this. I feel like I want just the bottom of that tree to stick out. So my mom arrives on the 17th. She's making plans to get together and see all of her friends. They left. It was kind of stressful when they were trying to move and get out of town. So this time she'll be in town and be able to relax a bit more. I know she's looking forward to that. I told you last week my dad is not going to come. He was concerned as to what they would eat while they're here, which that just still cracks me up. Fair point. It's just funny. I guess it doesn't take long to get really spoiled, huh? And remember, those middle dimensionals are there for support more than stickiness. And line up my grid paper. So recognize this blue. This is Misty Moonlight here on my grid paper, and it is coming back. It is returning to our core family. And please don't ask me, because I don't know what all of them are, which families are going to be what. That test will have to wait. And here, I want my greeting to not be sitting entirely on the ribbon. I need it to grab hold of some other pieces. Now I'm going to put a little dot of glue on the back of the vellum. Remember, with vellum, your adhesive can show through, so I'm going to be all clever and hide that bit of glue in just a moment with one of the, what are these things called? Oh, these pearl hearts. I don't think that's the real name of them, but that's what they are. But you could use pearls, rhinestones, just any kinds of embellishment with this. I love the hearts because these are just such loved cards, right? And this ribbon, this yummy ribbon is not going anywhere. Come on. Sometimes just gotta let the ribbon kind of flop, see which way it wants to go, right? I call this a cheater bow because I do it in 2 pieces. Many of my friends very talented, and they can do that all in one swoop and keep the tension just right. I cannot. So these hearts, I have half a pack here. So these are kind of frosted, and then these are typical pearl looking, and then these on the end are kind of somewhere in between. So I used the frosted ones the first time around. I think I'll mix it up a little bit this time. It cracks me up. They're not all in the package facing the same way, which is kind of funny. Thought they would be. All right, so that is card number 1. Guys, really pretty easy. A little bit of coloring. So have fun with this. Like I said, grab this stamp set if you don't have it, because these are the kinds of cards that we really want to be sending. So card number 2 is the Smoky Slate one. These are the pieces that you would have. And you're going to stamp on this one, and you're going to stamp on this one. And I'll set that aside. Since I've already got the big tree right here, I'll do that on the inside. And I'm going to tuck it, you know, pretty far to the left because I want it to be hidden by the flap. And this is just a regular card. You know, it's 4.5 by 11, scored at 5.5 and 2 3/4. And that just allows you to fold it in half and then fold it in half back. And then we need what's not clear? I'm not sure if you mean the video isn't clear or if there's something else going on, because it looks okay from my side. All fuzzy. Okay, well let's okay, it's not fuzzy on my side. Shoot, I'm never quite sure what to do. It goes in and out. It could be because, you know, the camera is here, and as my arm moves, it probably does try to pick up my arm instead. All right, so I'm going to put this kind of over here on the left. Then I'm going to grab this sweet little watering can and let it water. So I've stamped both of that in black. And then I'm going to grab basic gray and stamp my greeting. I think I'm probably a little off where I normally stand today also. And that's in basic gray. Then we'll color all of it. So Kirby, it might have been before you got on, I shared the cards, the samples for the birthday and for club this month. The birthday I've already shared on Facebook, and I'm not sure about on my website. It needs some help too. So I'm glad to have the weekend to work on some of those updates that need to be made. Get those out of our way. Okay, so our watering can, we're going to color in Smoky Slate. Nothing too complicated because you know I don't have my cheaters on. Like I said, some days I don't need them at all. We may look at this afterwards and go, oh, Michelle, that was a bad decision. Just going on the artist lines to know where to make this darkest. I was seeing two lines there at the bottom for a second. I was like, oh, that's not good. One of my friends made a little box look like a watering can. It was too cute. Alright, there's the Smoky Slate. Now we'll do a little pool party. And I'm going to color this heart kind of all dark because I really want it to stand out. And then I'm going to grab the pool party and do that. And then some crumb cake for my tree, my small tree. Oh, that was way out of the lines. And then light old olive. My parents' buyers are out front. And I'm just dotting a little dark in the corners. Now, so my old olive looks like a pretty good tip, right? Well, when I do this, you can see there's no color coming out at the tip. That's what happens. They break down. All right, there is that. Now, for the inside tree, we'll do the crumb cake again. Add a little accent with the dark. I'll get the email out as quickly as I can with the details about the price changes so that you can be ready to place your order during free shipping. And of course that has potential to, bog down our ordering system. So be patient. And kind of doing the same as I did on the others with Pool Party and Fresh Freesia. Roughly every other leaf in the light old olive. And then I'm going to grab my dark. I can't tell. Missed that one. So I did that with the dark. Now I'll come back with the light and I don't know that we can call this blending. Looks like I missed those entirely. This tree has a mind of its own. All right, now let's put this together. This is going to go on the inside, and the stitched, these radiating stitches are not, it's not going to be an even border. You know, you're going to do the, most of the time with our layers, you can do a, these should all three be the same, but the radiating stitches are not quite that symmetrical. So you can see how the tip of the tree is just showing right there. That'll be covered by the layers that we're adding. I'm trying to stay to the right just a little bit curvy so that that camera doesn't quite, so it will stabilize. And I'm going to add a little bit of ribbon. I don't know where that piece of ribbon came from. That's okay. That was crystal. We just had to talk about it, huh? I have all of the internet juice to myself today. Greg and Marshall are at work. Greg's going into the office a good bit right now. Marshall's at work. Hardin's at school. So it's just me and the dog and the cats. The cats have a new toy, and they are ready to play when their humans get up every morning. Oh, that turned out to be a really nice bow. I don't want to mess with it and mess it up. Okay, and then this little guy, I just want to sit pretty much within the border of the stitches. And I'll let that be my guide over here. Get my bow out of the way. A beautiful bow. And that's that one. Now let's add some of the hearts to it. And like I said, I used the frosted ones the first time. And I do have another one. So I'm using these this time. There's no telling which way these hearts are going. How cute. You could put one in the center there too. That would be cute. Okay, card number 3 is this beautiful black and black with pool party. Isn't that such a striking combination? I think so. All right, we're going to save this one. The inside, we're going to stamp on that. We're going to stamp on that. We can go ahead and put this piece down. To our base. I seriously got to spend some time in here and clean this space up. Yeah, I love them too. And I know I'm a professed, not a blue person. I love Pool Party. I think that is so not crooked. I mean, no, so not straight. It is very crooked. So this one is cut 3 3/4 by 5, which I love because it lets me pretty easily line up on my grid paper. Okay, I think that is still not completely straight, but I'm going to be over it. Let's stamp on this one first. Be patient, your time will come. So I have a friend that is recently diagnosed with lung cancer and going through chemo. Yesterday she had a scan to review how her cancer is responding to chemo and got good news. So I'm trying to send her cards because I'm sure that some days are better than others. Hopefully chemo will knock this out. We have been friends since the 8th grade. You have to treasure relationships like that. Thank you, Kirby. I want the embossing buddy. Okay, so I've got my white embossing powder. Remember, embossing powders come as a set of 3. This embossing buddy and the tweezers are part of the embossing toolkit, I think it's called. And we're going to stamp the big tree that I've misplaced. Oh. Oh, I had to say it out loud, didn't I? Oh my gosh. I think I don't like reality TV because I live it so often. Every week is my own version of reality TV. Alright, I'll clean that in a second. Now, I know y'all can't see this, but Versamark just leaves that tone on tone. It's a sticky, clear ink that takes a while to dry and gives you plenty of time to do stuff like this. All right, put that back away. And then we're going to heat set this. These little tweezers, worth the price of the toolkit just for them. And as the powder melts, you'll see the change in color. I think you'll see the change in color. There, it's starting to move right to left. The heat activates the powder and it melts and adheres to the card, giving it a shiny look. All right, that should be all there. If I don't put that away, I won't know where they are. I have a Zoom call in about an hour with the creator of some software for direct sellers to help us keep up with our expenses and such. It should help tremendously for taxes next year. I'm just really impressed that the developer offers this 60-minute phone call to ask your questions. I even sent him over a list of questions and he replied. So I'm super excited about this. So I kind of need some help. All right. I'm going to center that as best I can. Yeah, it's fair. And I need some ribbon for my bow. These cards are versions of the make and takes for my team gathering this month. I changed them up a little bit. And I have discovered that I like to add a little bit of glue to hold these down. I just feel like I'm forever cutting those unevenly. Oh, stay in place. So that is the downside to using glue, is that it does not immediately adhere. But once it does, it's really stuck. So I'll put this in place and I'll put a block on top of it to hold it there. All right, guys, so our cards for today. Here's our black and pool party, our smoky slate, and our pool party reminder to be gentle with yourself. Growth takes time, and your time will come. Be patient. I think these are fabulous messages, and this is a fun stamp set to work with. It's one that I would typically overlook because I tend to look for, oh, what has paper, designer series paper that goes with it, and this one doesn't. You know, it coordinates with all of those lovely products online, but I would have gone right past it had someone not brought it to my attention, and I'm so glad they did, because I can't wait to get some of these cards in the mail. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, today's the 18th. Registration closes for the April classes the day after tomorrow, so Thursday. And then you can get this class kit to go with free with your purchase by Friday of this week. But you want to take advantage of free shipping tomorrow. I'll just real quickly run back through the samples from Card Club Now these two, yep, they're just the same card, just one stamped off and one not. And this one should go this way. A variety of greetings, so you certainly use your own. And then the birthday class featuring the best day. This stamp set is retiring from the mini catalog. The other one is carrying over. Have a very blessed day today. It is sunny here. I hope that if it's sunny where you are, you have a chance to get out and enjoy it too. Take care. Bye-bye.